Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round 4 of the Serpent's Open September edition. We are nearing the conclusion of this tournament, and I'm excited that I have someone to cast with me now. I don't have to go crazy, and you guys don't have to get bored of my voice. So it is none other than Spiff. Say hello and introduce our first player, please.
Hello, everyone. We're going to start over here on the left-hand side of Powderhorn Mesa, spawning in as the blue Aeon player. It is Bach Stradivarius, and he's thrown down a few quick land factories here, just 2 so far. We'll see what he follows that up with. And Nite, what is going on the other side of the map there?
Other side of the map, we already have an air scouting wasp coming out, and it is our red UEF commander, CDeher. And he opened up with an air and a land factory. So Spiff, tell me all about Bach. I know you know so much about him.
I know absolutely nothing about Bach Stradivarius, but I mean, if you want to know about Bach, I can tell you a little bit about him.
Oh, goodness.
And,
no, I think we're fine.
Stradivarius, I could tell you a little bit about, well, Stradivarius instruments, but...
You talk about the vampire.
Vampire? What vampire?
Strad.
Oh, come on. He's not a violin maker.
Yeah, but it's various. I don't know.
Well, in any event, Bach Stradivarius looking to make some menacing music in this game, moving out with his tanks towards the center.
Ooh, menacing music. That sounds very, very nice. I like it. I don't think he is going to do it. I think he's going to look for an expansion here. Not necessarily the wrong play, but it is much slower, and it does give an opportunity for more bombers to come out. Let's see if there's a split.
No split, but also not a whole lot of damage down.
Right, yeah. But, you know, every bit helps here. Maybe he can heal a bit, but we were talking about how Bach is a little bit of a newer player. He does have anti-air already on the field. Unfortunately, it's just going to tickle those bombers, but he is a newer player, so he might not have all the splitting, all the micro under his belt. Ooh, focus on the anti-air. Kind of nice.
And both players doing some good expansion into the back of their bases here. Bach is a little bit further along, it looks like, but pretty even for the most part.
Do you remember last fall tournament where we cast that meme game on Waystation Zeta and it was like AC1Ks? Who was in that game? Was CDeher one of the players?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, man. No, it was like Marine and someone else. But yeah, it was a pretty meme game. It's on my YouTube, guys, if you want to check it out. It's from the fall Serpent's Open last year. Yeah, bombing is doing a lot of work here, honestly, but CDeher messed up with his micro on the commander a little bit.
Yeah, he will take some damage for that, but I think he's got enough tanks and bombers here to put this back.
Bach ends up getting a nice bit of micro here with his tanks right behind his commander, giving him a nice engagement, but unfortunately the bombing did its work, even with that beautiful engagement. Still pretty close, though, here. It might end up being a draw.
I don't know. All CDeher has to do is run away with his commander at this point.
Shield in that factory will just be the end of it.
Yeah, and Bach's commander is out here alone. He's down in the red now, and he needs to get out of here quickly, but I don't know if he has the time. He's going for the draw.
Yeah, he is. It's not going to be enough, though. CDeher is at 7,000 health. That's not going to be enough, and he manages to hold here. And maybe if Bach went straight for the base, that would have been much better. But that little bit of time wasted ended up not being very good. So yeah, quick game 1 as compared to the 30-minute game we had last round. But we're going to go to round 2 here, and we'll be back very, very soon.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Spiff joining Night of Misfortune to bring you game 2 of this round 4 match on QAI Labs. Night, why don't you go ahead and introduce our first player?
All right, on the right-hand side, we have our player in the lead, CDeher from France. He's opening up with, looks like 1 air factory, although he did have a research station queued up. But he's our Cybern commander. And he is random, so he pulled UEF last game, and then now he's still going to go into that research. All right. What's his opponent up to?
All right, on the other side of the map, spawning in is the green Aeon player. It is Box Stradivarius, and he has thrown down a land factory before an air factory. Not usually the order that we see that go in, but still a pretty solid build, so we'll see what he follows that up with. He will be behind on the scouting, as there is a scout coming across the map from CDeher's side.
Man, we've seen a lot of, or I guess I've seen a lot of Aeon versus Siren on this map today. It's kind of crazy. Of all different skill levels, honestly. Game one, I don't remember who we cast. Oh, it was JP Smith versus Johan. Was that? I don't remember if that was a Siren versus Aeon, but it was just really interesting to see the spectrum of skill here. And it looks like Bach is going to open up with a double Arcanist here. Really interesting. Or Kragdow, not Arcanist. Arcanists are for UEF. My bad.
I can never keep track. That's why I just call him Mobile AA.
Yeah. Well, I've cast so much that it's kind of... I never used to remember the names of the units. I still kind of can. But at least I can kind of guess now. At least I'm close now. Kind of. I don't know. All right, Bach is not really moving out, which is... a little bad for him, to say the least.
Yeah. CDeher has a land factory queued up in the center, so he's looking to take some ground. Meanwhile, Bach is throwing down another land factory back in his base. And, ooh, transport.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. This guy has some balls. Bach has some balls.
It's definitely a ballsy move to go with the transport when your opponent has opened air.
Yeah, I don't know about transporting anti-air though. It's not gonna do much. Although Proto did pause his air production, which might end up biting him in the butt here. So
Who did?
Or sorry, not Proto. What's his name? CDeher. Well, Proto and CDeher both play purple, and I just cast Protostar, so I'm just still in that mode, I guess.
These things happen. One fighter scouting the way, it looks like, for that transport. Doesn't see anything yet. Oh,
Okay.
transport's going to
Yeah, the
pick up
transport
an
needs to
engineer. This is a very multifunctional transport here.
Yeah, I know. Jack of all trades, transport.
He's got to get it out of the middle before it gets scouted, though.
It's gonna get scouted. Oh no!
I don't think it passed within vision of that plane. Might have gotten picked up on the radar.
I mean, now it's gonna get picked off.
Yeah, and if CDeher noticed that it was moving much slower, then he would have been able to figure out what it is.
Oh,
sure enough, he's gonna know now.
Oh no, Spiff, this is so sad. My heart is breaking. This is such a cool move, and now it just fell flat on its face, literally into the abyss.
Well, he's got another one back at base. He's popping out more mobile missile launchers. Maybe he'll be sneakier the second time around.
The element of
I do have to
surprise
say,
is gone.
I don't like CDeher's. I don't like that he's immediately building Brackman here.
I
But
mean,
it's not
I feel like
enough for them to do yet.
I mean, I feel like he's so far ahead, but yeah, I mean, yeah. There's nothing for them to fire at right now.
Well, and there's not going to be any big clumps of units anytime soon for them to get good area of effect shots on.
Well, now Bach is kind of following up the correct way, I would say. He's expanding onto those expansion points that you can't normally get to. But, I talked about this in one of the previous rounds. I don't think it's necessarily the biggest play you can do. But at this point, I mean, you already have transports. It's not bad. It's not terrible.
I think the problem is that it's distracting Bach from the more important thing, which is getting some AA up in the center.
You mean Megaliths?
I do mean Megaliths, yes. Although, come on, let's be honest. It's QEI Labs, and CDeher threw down a research station at the start. What did we expect to see? Jump jets? I don't think so.
I don't know. experimental transport.
Well, that would be a meme game indeed.
I mean, come on, it's CDeher playing. I don't know.
I do love
I
these
don't know why I
experimental
associate
transports.
it. I don't know why I associate CDeher with meme games, but oh man, it wasn't even him. I'm like growing more and more sure that it wasn't him, but I just.
Well, yeah, I mean this mega is gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are things Bach can do, but I just don't know if he has the control. Well, actually, I do know he probably doesn't. But even the best players could probably not do much about the Mega in this situation.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the rough things about this game is you get behind and it's so hard to come back.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's every RDS, you know. And I really appreciate like these newer players coming in, especially those that keep playing, because it's not easy to become good or even have fun in a competitive setting in an RTS. That's why RTS games are actually dying, because people don't want to spend the time to get good at them. So props to these players for actually playing.
Yeah, definitely. And especially putting themselves out there when they're still learning the game.
Yeah, I mean, once you get good at this game, it's honestly so fun, and you like even a mediocre player can get kind of stuck in the game and think, oh, well, this game is so repetitive, it's so same. But once you get like pretty good, like above average, you start realizing that there's so many things you can do and so many things you need to do to be good. And honestly, at that point, it's like almost a different game. And I think that's every RTS game, because if you play StarCraft, you're like, oh, 6 pool is pretty good, or what is it, 12 pool, 6 pool. That's pretty impressive. But eventually at the pro level, like there's so much that you can't do 12 pools. Like,
well, yeah, you can.
same thing here. Like, yeah, Pat's ACU rush is hella strong if you have no idea what to do. But, it's meh if you actually can play the game the way it's meant to be played.
Yeah, definitely. Another factory coming down here by Bach. I don't know that it's going to do him a whole lot of good, although the shield on it might help out a little bit.
There's a lot of units here. If somehow we end up at teleport, which at this point it's really a stretch, but if somehow we ended up at teleport, we might have a game here.
Well, I don't think that Bach has really been planning for teleport. He hasn't thrown down any extra energy here.
No.
He does lose his radar.
But one can hope, Spiff.
And with that radar gone, CDeher chooses this moment to push out with his megalith.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Nice play. I mean, if there is a teleport, pretty much right now the only thing that he has to be scared of is teleport. Yeah, so we kind of eliminating the vision. You can't teleport as well. But yeah, this is game here. No split on the units as well. Well, actually, hang on a beat here. Is that Megalith gonna go down? Or are we gonna see a massive unit Detto?
Well, there's no data just yet.
Neither. We're gonna
Honestly,
see neither.
though, if the mega goes down, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
there's another one right behind it.
That's true. Yeah, CDeher just playing a solid game, I feel like. I mean, I don't think he did too much wrong. Other than maybe his opening, which isn't... I mean, we've seen... This is the build, right? This is the infamous
Close,
Amayoba
yeah.
build. But
It's
Amayoba,
close.
of course, does the land build first, or the land factories. But, I mean, air can work. Air can work. We've seen Kenny do it to great effect.
Actually, this is a little bit leaner, I think, than the than the straight Amioba build because he built 2 land factories versus just the 1 air factory to start.
That's true.
So yeah, it's a nasty build, but you know, CDeher came in with a solid game plan that is really good for this map, and he just got left alone to execute it.
Yeah, I mean, for playing this game 62 hours, you know, Bach has played very decently. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, I would encourage everybody who's watching. If you're watching, you probably like this game enough to keep playing it. And if your excuse is, oh, these players are too great, well, then you'll never be good. You got to keep playing. You got to, you know, get better. And that's how everybody is, you know.
Yeah,
but anyway,
definitely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. That was round 4. We might actually sneak in another round 4 match if we can, or game rather. But we'll be back with round 5 if not. So stay tuned and we'll be back very shortly. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.